My name is Seth Smith. This is our game Intensity. It was developed by me, Randall York, Jon Chung, and Ken Fleming. Our aesthetic is essentially intensity, and what we use our mechanics or dynamics to do is to create an experience where the players will actually feel more intense. Our art aesthetic reflects the aesthetic of light, which is why our color choice is red, green, and blue, and we also have clear tiles. So essentially the goal of the game is to stack blocks and create structures with these tiles, and the end state is when somebody knocks down the structure or knocks down any tiles on the structure, they lose, and the last person standing wins. Intensity is essentially a 2 to 4 player block stacking game, and you start off the game by putting in your base tiles, or these white tiles right here, and then players roll this die essentially for turnover. So once that's done, based on the number of die, the number you roll with the die, you've been able to play certain tiles. Reds are always played horizontally. If you roll 1, then you have to place a red. And greens and blues are always placed vertically, and they always have to be placed perpendicular to each other. So if you roll 2, you have to place a blue, and if you roll 3, you have to place a green.
My name is Ken, and I'm here to explain to you about point mode for Intensity. Basically what point mode is players choose a point value that they are going to reach to win the game. Now how this works is you get 1 point for each tile that is touching the tile that you place when it is placed. So if you were to have a tile down here, let's say this, and you were to place a green tile on it, that would be worth 1 point. Now if you were to the next person who would have a blue tile and place it like this, they would actually get 2 points because it's touching a green one and a red one. And this continues on until the point value that was chosen earlier is reached.
Hi, I'm Jon Chung. I'm one of the designers of Intensity. I'm going to tell you all about Duel Mode. Duel Mode is a multiplayer mode of Intensity for 2 to 4 players. Each player starts out with 1 white tile in front of them and places all subsequent tiles on it. There are some minor rule adjustments to Duel Mode that players need to be aware about. Each player starts the game with 1 white tile in front of them. Each player takes turns rolling the dice, as stated previously, and whichever tile a player gets, he or she places it, then all the other players sort of follow along and place the same tile. If a player rolls a 4, he or she may place any tile, but the other players that follow and place whatever specific tile is rolled. Duel mode ends when 1 player is the last structure standing.
I'm Randall York, and I'm going to be explaining structure mode. Unlike the other modes played, players are able to place any tile they choose. Each player will draw a card, front, back, and they draw the cards sequentially until there are no cards left, leaving everyone with 4 cards. The goal of the game is to build all the structures on the cards, and the first person to build all the structures on their cards wins.